Hey guys, welcome to my 2-week wait symptoms. I'm so excited that I've never done one of these before, so I'm super excited to do one. This is my 2-week wait symptoms before my positive pregnancy test, my BFP. I don't have it with me, and most girls be showing it. Like,
oh, do you want to show it?
No.
Okay.
We'll just take a picture and.
Yeah,
I don't know what they are. The husband took them and moved all the pea sticks into a box. He's like, there's too many. So, welcome. If you are a new subscriber, welcome to the channel. If you are returning, welcome. Thank you for coming back. Yeah, I'm super excited to do this. The thing is that a lot of these symptoms are the same, so I'm going to repeat myself a lot. And I had a lot of symptoms. A whole lot of symptoms, and they've all been the same for the last 2 weeks. So I'm super excited to share this with you. So get comfortable if you are looking to find out if you're pregnant, because I did this. I went looking and see what these girls was feeling at their 2-week wait symptoms, and sure enough, I had a lot of their symptoms. So if you're looking to see if you get pregnant, I have a lot of symptoms for you, so you might find your symptoms in here. But just because you don't experience any of these symptoms doesn't mean you're not pregnant. I know girls who just never have any of the symptoms and are pregnant, like full-on pregnant, and lucky them, because these symptoms ain't easy. But if you're like the rest of us, you might have some symptoms. I'm sorry. But here we go. Let's get into my first DPO, 1 DPO. So I'm going to 1 to 14. I got my positive at 12, but I'm going to continue to go to 14 for you. So my first symptom on 1 DPO was just cramping. Now I had it was kind of uncomfortable. And I know some people would be saying like, oh, it wasn't nothing. It was very mild. And it was kind of intense. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I don't know what they're talking about or what they was feeling, but gosh, I feel like mine was kind of intense. So cramping. That was 1 DPO, but I figured that's probably just residual from me ovulating. That was just, it happens. So 2 DPO, I had some headache, I had some light cramping, and I had some bloating in my uterus. And I feel like with the headache, because I don't get headaches, I feel like that was like my hormones coming back down to normal, because obviously it rises when you ovulate, obviously, and then when it comes back down, you get these residual symptoms of like, oh gosh, my head hurts, and oh gosh, I'm cramping a little bit, and ooh, my uterus feels a little full, you know what I mean? So, and it could be also symptom spotting, because, and it's all in your head. Because this has to be too early to get these symptoms. Like, seriously, 2 DPO? Should be ashamed of myself, but that's what I was feeling that day. So 3 DPO, I had sore boobs, stretching uterus, I had a lot of gas, and I'm telling you right now, it continues to go that way. I had tender boobs, that says that, right? Yeah. Tender boobs and gas. So sore uterus, it was just, can I just tell you that the tender boobs and the gas have remained? Like, that is something that's still here to this day, and it's so shocking, and I'm just like, okay. That was 3 DPO. 4 DPO, I was hungry. I had sore boobs. I was angry. I was super emotional. I had gas. Did I say that? I'm not sure if I said that, but I had the gas still remaining, and that's just something that happened. And I was did I say I was super hungry? Hello? Why so hungry? This is 4 DPO. Like, why so hungry? Like, I could literally be finished a plate of food, and seriously, I would be looking for the next meal. Like, seriously, and I'm still doing that to this day. Still doing that to this day. We have the gas that remains. So like I said, a lot of these are going to be the same. I'm still super emotional. I still have tightening in my uterus. Some days are better than others, but I still have that. So yeah, 5 DPO, I was angry. I was crying, so I was super emotional. I was hungry all the time. I had sore boobs. I was gassy and tightening in my uterus. I told you they're all like the same. It's just, there's a lot. There is a whole lot that goes on with this, and I'm telling you, most of the time they're all the same, and they still remain. 6 DPO, we had, I had weird vivid dreams at 6 DPO. 6 DPO, I had weird vivid dreams. I had gas, I had sore boobs, I had the aching of the uterus, I was angry, I was hungry, it was just a mess, okay? Those were my symptoms, they continue to remain. I do want to touch on the vivid dreams, though, because when people say you have these weird vivid dreams, they're like very vivid, and I'm going to tell you a story. Now, I've said this before, but I am spiritual, and vivid dreams mean a lot, okay? And every time I get pregnant, even with the miscarriages that I had, I dreamed of plants. Even with all of my kids, I have 7 now. I don't know why I was going to say 12. I have 7 kids. I've been pregnant 12 times, that's why. And I have 7 kids, and all of my kids, I've dreamed of plants, right? This plant dream was so different, and I'm going to give you the tea on the dream. I'm going to give you my whole dream. This is kind of embarrassing, but this is what happens. Because even my husband laughed at me about this damn plant dream. If you look up plant dreams, it means pregnant women dream of plants because they're growing a baby. But this is before I even knew I was pregnant. So really quickly, because I know this video is going to be long, but really quickly, I was dreaming of 2 plants. So the first plant I brought in, and I stuck it in the corner, and I was spraying it with water, and I looked at that plant, I said, if you touch this other plant, I'm gonna be so angry with you. And I turned to the other plant, and I sprayed the plant, and the other plant said, thank you. And that was my plant dream. Yeah. And these plants have personalities. One was sweet, one was kind of adorable and kind of ornery. So yeah, that was my 6 DPO, 7 DPO. So I had a sore back. I had dizziness. That was new. I had hungry. Sore uterus. Did I say that already? I don't know.
Soft stool.
Soft stool. That's what I was looking for. Soft stool. So those are the only things that was different. This one was kind of different. We're getting into what DPO this was. 7 DPO. This was getting kind of different. I had the soft stool, the back pains. Those were getting different. Well, what else was different? These telling me the dizziness. Those are 3 things: the soft stool, the dizziness, and the aching back. This is when it started getting real, and I was just like, okay. Even though the sore boobs and stuff and the hunger and stuff hung around, and they still continue to this day, but I was just like, this is weird. This is weird. The dizziness, yo, that threw me. I was just like, listen, something's up, because I don't get dizzy. Never. And I have high blood pressure. My blood pressure is always high. I don't get dizzy. It's just not something I do. But I did get dizzy with my son's pregnancy. My last pregnancy that was successful, my son, I got really dizzy with him and just off balance. And I remember standing at the washing machine in the kitchen. And was it the washing machine? Yes, the washing machine. And I'm laying my head down, and I was just like, I'm so dizzy. I cannot move. And my ding dong self grabbed onto my water bottle, thinking that was going to help me not fall over. What? Your water bottle?
It's like that guy who slipped on the banana peel and tried to grab the cup.
A water bottle? How is that gonna save me? It's like when you slip in the shower and you try to grab for the water. What is that gonna do? Okay, oh my God, let's get to 8 DPO, because Lord. Uterus cramping, heartburn, gas, scary dreams. I had nightmares. Like, these were like killer nightmares. Like, it was like, I'm still laughing from the water bottle that's in it. But the nightmares were so scary. Like, this was like some major, and it was very vivid. This was like some murderous type stuff. Like, and the dreams get so crazy and real. But when I woke up, I was like, okay, this is, yeah. When you start having those dreams, and again, I tested at 8 DPO and got a negative. And I was just like, bro, no. I knew something was up, because I felt pregnant. Like, my uterus was super bloated and stuff like that. I knew I was pregnant. So all I can say is listen to your body. 9 DPO, I got a negative again. And I'm pretty sure I had the same symptoms. Anything stand out to you? I'm sorry, she's back there helping me out. I'm telling you.
Pain in uterus if you move the wrong way.
Oh, yes. That's a reoccurring symptom, okay? So if I move the wrong way, this is every time I'm pregnant, even with the miscarriage, every pregnancy, with the kids that's living, with the kids that's in heaven, this is something that is consistent. If I turn, like, if I was to reach something, I can feel tightening over in my uterus area, like it's like pulling, and if I reach anyway, it was either way, and it was just like, that was tough. Yeah, those are the only things. I think, like, I had gas still, I had the sore boobs. Like, these are something that is consistent. If you have sore breasts, man, just count it, because especially this long in, by now it would, if your hormones were still raging. This is 9 DPO. If your I got a negative, by the way. I said that, I think. If your hormones is raging, they would have come back down by now. 9 DPO, yeah, they would come back down by now. So if you're having like tightening in your stomach, you just can feel like something's off in your uterus, your breasts are sore, you're tired more than usual, you're just gassy, and you know, like my cycle ain't even coming on yet. It's way too early for my cycle to start because I get gassy when my cycle starts. But it's way too early. I wouldn't even be getting symptoms right now if my cycle is going to start. Then you just know. You just know. 10 DPO. So the heartburn still remains if I eat the wrong thing. So I've been getting heartburn. I took a nap. I had sore breasts. I don't nap. Okay? I haven't napped since I had 2 little toddlers. And one of them stuck a tissue up my nose when I was sleeping. I was pregnant with Brianna. And one of them took a tissue and stuck up my nose. That was the last time I ever napped. I learned not to nap. And I napped. I don't nap. I don't nap. With Kane's pregnancy, I just never napped. So I had a sore uterus and an achy back, and I was gassy, and my boobs were killing me. I'm just like, and the test gonna tell me I ain't pregnant. That was not DPO. I didn't test 10 and 11 DPO. I did not. So can we just skip over 11 DPO? Because 11 DPO was the exact same.
11 DPO had a couple standouts.
Okay,
You got nauseous at 12 a.m.
Oh.
And there was also constipation.
Okay. See, that's why she's good. She's good. She's got everything back there. Let's talk about 11 DPO. I didn't know that was 11 DPO. 11 DPO, I got some nausea and constipation. Now, along with all the breast soreness and tiredness, and let's just skip over those. Let's talk about these new symptoms that's coming up. The nausea. Okay, so 12 a.m. I woke up and I was super nauseous. I had fell asleep without eating that night before. I woke up, I was so nauseous. I went to the bathroom because I had to pee and came back. I went to the bathroom because I had to pee. And whenever I came back, I was so nauseous. I had to have a banana real quick. I drank something, and I took a Unisom and B6, and I went back to sleep. Woke up the next day. This is 12 DPO. This is when I tested. I woke up, I woke up the next day. So I'm going to let that be like, you know. I woke up the next day, and it kind of just rolled into the same thing. So I was still nauseous at 7 a.m. I was still nauseous. And then it didn't go away till 2 p.m. So it was kind of acting like morning sickness. And I was like, well, maybe I just caught a bug. But I'm going to test anyway. So I tested, and that's when we got the positive, right? Mm-hmm. But then 13 DPO came around, and the same thing happened. I got really, really nauseous, like super nauseous. And then it didn't go away till 2 p.m. the next day. And I'm like, oh, this is acting like for real morning sickness. Like, for real, for real. Did I have anything special in...
12 or 13?
13.
13?
Other than that nausea.
We added your full bladder.
Oh, yeah, I kept peeing a lot.
Yeah, so that's it.
Yeah, I kept peeing a lot. And then 14 DPO was the same thing. I just had some nausea. And then my nausea started at 3 weeks and 3 days pregnant. And it still continues. Like, so this is what happened. So I go and look and see if anybody who may have had nausea this early along. So I go looking for 3 weeks and 6 days pregnant or whatever, something like that. I go looking for that, and sure enough, a whole bunch of girls come up with their symptoms, and none of them talk about nausea at that time. Not one of them. And I even went to look at the moms with twins, and I'm just like, is it because I'm getting old? I think it's because I'm getting old.
You're not that old.
I'm advanced maternal age.
What?
Advanced maternal age.
Is that like?
That's when you're old, baby. That's after 35.
Oh.
So, I'm like, am I just getting old? And my body ain't, snapping back like it used to, because I'm seeing all these young girls talk about how they feel great. And I'm just like, I'm sick. I'm real sick. I've been sick. I'm continue to be sick, but I can manage it with food. So, I'm going to put on some weight, that's for sure. So, that is it. Oh, I'm sorry if this video was a mess. I'm sorry. But, yeah, those were my symptoms. So, if you get these symptoms and you know what? You don't have to worry about anybody else's symptoms, because you know your body better than I know your body. You know what I mean? You may not have the same symptoms that I have. You may have no symptoms and you'll still be pregnant. You just have to know your body. You know what I mean? My body is completely different than yours. Or you could have some of those symptoms. Like, I think that sore breast. I think that your uterus will tell you, for real, after a certain time, your uterus will start telling you that something's off here. You're a little more bloated than before. You are feeling a little tight in your uterus a little too soon. You know what I mean? So you would know. You'll know. So I hope for everybody their BFPs. If you got yours, write it down below. I want to know when you got yours. Are you pregnant at the same time as me? Are you due in August? Like, tell me what's going on. I want to know. I want to know if you got your BFP so I can congratulate you. And if you're still trying, much baby does to you. It will happen for you. Just keep praying to God and know that God's on your side. I will see you in the next video. Bye!